3X Lex. Let's do it, guys. All right. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to talk to you about the Pi 400 build and how to order it. This is an update to the previous video about that. Guys, I've had a talk with Nightlife999, and it seems there may have been a slight misunderstanding about building these images and adding games, etc. So I'm here for a clarification. So he clarified some things for me. So I'm going to give you guys the breakdown. First and foremost, before I get into that, do not ask for deals. Okay, the prices he have for these particular images are going to be non-negotiable. He's not making a ton of money with this, and he has to buy the cards too, guys. So there isn't a big room for money making in this opportunity, in this situation. So guys, please stop asking for discounts. Do not ask for discounts. Respect the man, grind, etc., etc. Don't ask for discounts. All right, with that out of the way, let's get to the image. All right. It seems a lot of you guys were reaching out to him and expecting him to be able to add 1, 2, 3, 400 games. Unfortunately, it was a slight misunderstanding, and I was kind of under the slight assumption that he already had a lot of this stuff already downloaded and archived, and unfortunately, he doesn't for this format. So that isn't going to be how things are going to be working. So how it's going to be is that he'll be able to add an additional 5 to 10 games that may not be on the image that you have a personal preference for. That's going to take even time to download, but he'll be able to add that if you order this build. Now, he's still going to be offering the 400 build, and he's got a 512 Batacera build too, which I'm not familiar as to what's on that. But the build that he's making me right now, the Triple Lexxx build, that build is going to be the 400 that you see here running, plus I'm adding a ton of games to it. So it's going to be a big upgrade over this 400. And this 400, if you've been watching my channel, kicks ass. So this 512 that I'm getting built right now is going to be bad ass. So you will be able to order that build. It's going to have a ton of PSP, a ton of Dreamcast, a ton of PlayStation 1. So in addition to this already having a ton of MAME games, it's going to have a few more MAME games too that were missing, like Martial Masters, the Street Fighter 3 games. A few games from the main section seem to be missing from the other builds, so he's adding those too. So the main section is going to be cooking. Everything else on this build was already top notch, but he's going to be adding a little bit of Saturn, PS1, tons of PS1, tons of PSP, tons of Dreamcast games. It already had a ton of Naomi games, so it's going to be a real nice build. So if you want to order this now, I would suggest, my suggestion would be go for the 512 Triple Lexxx build, and then on top of that, if it's 5 to 10 particular games that you pretty much have your heart set on that you like to see, and it's on one of those platforms, you can request that on top of the Triple Lexxx build. So that would be my suggestion. But yeah, he's not going to be able to add 50, 100, 300 games to the build, unfortunately. It's too time consuming. I see where he's coming from. And he doesn't have all of that stuff archived like that. So also the gigabyte build that I mentioned earlier about the 1 gig SD card build, that is not going to be possible either because he doesn't have that image or anything like that built. So that's not going to be possible either as of right now. Now that's something that I'm looking into in the future. And, you know, if I get another cabinet soon, which, you know, that's something that I'm looking into, and I decide I want to go with a 1 gig build and I step up pay the money and have him build that, then maybe that might be available in the future. But as of right now, there's no 1 terabyte build. So that's not available now. So as of right now, the biggest and baddest build that you're going to probably be able to get from him is going to be the Triple Lexxx 512 build. That's going to be the build to get. And like I say, you can add another additional 5 to 12 games to that if you like. So that's going to be the proper way to order this from now on. The Triple Lexxx 512 plus 5 or 10 games that you want to add to that too. The 400 gigabyte will also be available to that. So if you want to save a little bit, you can go with the 400. He also is going to add all the borders and everything back to both of these images too, because hey, this image without the borders, man, for this cab, it's a widescreen cab. We need the borders. So that goes without saying. Open and shut case on that. Other than that, yeah, stop asking for deals. Let me say that again, because I was surprised how many people reached out to him about that. Don't ask for any deals. Like, this is already very, very low cost. And like I said before, he's not making a ton of money on this. So don't ask for deals. Like, it's not much room to discount. It's already coming with the car. Let's be cool, guys. So other than that, I'm really impressed with it. The Triple Lexxx build is going to have something else I want to mention. Yeah, the Triple Lexxx build is going to have the CPU overclocked to 1950, and the GPU is going to be overclocked to 700. So it's going to be pushed even further than the 400 I got now. The 400 is at 1750, and the GPU is at 600. So I'm expecting a big upgrade on the Saturn games and some of the more demanding PSP games like God of War. So, hey, guys, great things is in store. And, hey, man, if this image really comes out like I'm expecting it to, honestly, at that point, I don't know if it'll even be worth getting a hyperspin system, because it's going to cover a lot of ground, and that's not even factoring into the upcoming Pi 5 that'll probably be out next year, which is going to open up even more. So, hey, guys, like, this is looking very, very interesting. I think the landscape of the game is changing right now as far as the technology and devices to run these retro games. I'm going to make another video real soon, again, doing a Pi versus Hyperspin PC versus coin ops versus all of that stuff, PC versus Pi again, just because there's been new information released. Some guys have had the opportunity to talk with reps from the Raspberry Pi organization, and some minor details have been released. But hey, I'm thinking and hoping for some big things from what I've been hearing about this Pi 5. So we're going to see the direction that goes into. I'm going to say that for another video. But again, other than that, oh yeah, one last thing. Guys, keep in mind, Nightlife 999 does not own this cabinet. He does not have this cabinet. Again, from my understanding and me using this particular image, it's pretty straightforward. Once you plug it in, it prompts you to set up one controller, and it mapped across all 4, and that was that. So it seems some of you guys are having some issues with that. I'm not sure what that is, but keep in mind, Nightlife does not have this cabinet. Like, he doesn't have this build hard-coded to this cabinet like the arcade guys build is. He doesn't have the cabinet, so he can't do that. And it seems some other guys was reaching out to him with other cabinets or whatever. Hey, man, like, that type of stuff is going to take a deep dive. And, hey, man, Nightlife ain't free. You know, if you got any questions beyond surface level or his instruction pamphlet, hey, you know, tip the man. Nightlife 999 is not free. And I don't blame the guy, man. You know, hey, he's got to get paid. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But hey, rant over, 3X Lex out, and I'll get with you on the next one. Peace.